Hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. You're welcome. This is reaction. 6 yard box reacts. Which is breaking news. Tottenham have made a decision earlier on today. I think the what do you call it? The news was released around about I think it was around about 7:15, no 5:15 this afternoon that Ange Postacoglu has been sacked by the Tottenham board, and yeah, just reacting to it. I think I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. I'm a bit surprised about, to be honest, surprised about the decision. But just can't make no sense of it. It is um, it is what we do at this club, to be honest, and we've seen this so many times. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. We've seen this happening so many times. The only difference this time is that we actually won a cup. And I'm going to come to Ange later. I'm going to talk about him, but let's talk about the club. The press release was at 5 o'clock this afternoon from the Tottenham statement or press or whatever. It says, I'm going to read everything in full. It said, following a review of the performance after significant reflection, the club can announce that Ange Postacoglu has been relieved of his duties. Ange joined us from Celtic in summer of 2023 and oversaw a period of change on the pitch, returning us to the attacking brand of football that has traditionally been associated with the club, while writing a new chapter in our history by leading us to the UEFA Cup, Europa League glory in Bilbao last month, an achievement that will live with us all forever. We're extremely grateful to Ange for his commitment, contribution during these 2 years at the club. Ange will always be remembered as only the third manager in our history to deliver an European trophy alongside legendary figures like Bill Nicholson and Keith Brackenshaw. And if you remember that statement, only the third manager in the history of the club to have won a trophy. Okay, let's move on. However, the board has unanimously, that's where I got a problem, with that statement. The board has, so basically everyone on that board have decided that, you know, winning a cup is not success. Basically, that's what they're trying to say, because winning a cup for any fans, or especially fans, I'm not going to talk about the players there because they just they're employees. They come and go, with whoever comes in. Uh, First and foremost, they are employees. So the real foundations of a club are the fans. So it says the board has unanimously concluded that it is the best interest of the club, not the fans, the best interest of the club. You get that? The best interest of the club. Okay. For a change to take place. Following a positive start in 2020-21 League PL season, we recorded 78 points from the last 66 PL games. This communicated in our worst ever PL finish last season. They're even talking about the PL finish. These people are unbelievable, man. They're talking about, it's like they are trying to set standard where there's no standard being set by them. They're trying to set standard for the club in terms of, oh, we've got these expectations, but you are not showing that in your actions in terms of backing the managers properly when they need it. There's backing, and there's backing with the right tools for them to deliver, to do their job. Let me continue anyway, because the statement, I just don't want to be digressing from the statement. Okay. At times there were extenuating circumstances, injuries, and then a decision to prioritize our Europa League campaign. While winning the Europa League this season ranks as one of the achievements, we cannot base our decision on emotions aligned to this trophy. to this triumph. So they can't base their emotions aligned to a club winning a trophy for the first time in the last 17 years and the last 40 years for winning an European Cup. Okay. So basically, my question is, what emotions have they given the fans? You know, what joy or what, have they given the fans in the last 17 years apart from finishing top four? You know, when they needed to back a manager, they never ever did properly. They never ever did properly. We've seen instances where we needed to buy play. I'm not even going to go down that. Let's just continue. Okay. It is crucial that we are able to compete on multiple fronts. This is the bit that baffles me. It is crucial that we are able to compete on multiple fronts and believe a change of approach will give us the strangest chance for the coming seasons and beyond. Okay. It is crucial that we are able to compete on multiple fronts. When have we competed on multiple fronts? We're going back how many managers? When have we competed on multiple fronts? And actually at the end of competing on multiple fronts, when have we had something tangible as a, because competing is not the prize. Winning something is the prize. So when they say it's crucial that we are able to compete on multiple fronts, when have we done that? Was the squad built enough to be able to compete on multiple squad? Look at the players we signed. We went for young players from the championship. We went from the players that are playing in a different league. These are young players. We signed Shola and Kerr as the only experienced Premier League players in the summer window. January, when we needed to strengthen the team, when we needed to buy quality players that will come in and hit the ground running, when we needed players to come in and help with the injury crisis, we waited till the last day of the transfer window to bring in. We brought in a player before the end of the window, mid window. We brought in the goalkeeper, Kinski, and then we waited till the last day for us to bring in Tell and what's his name? Tell and Danso. Both players, the three players, they've already played enough regular football at their team at their various club, which basically could lead to them having injuries, because if they come in and start playing games with the intensity of the Premier League, they could get injured. And those are not the kind of players we should be trying to sign, especially when we could have done this, got the players in early January when the window opened. Okay. So all this competing on multiple fronts is all hot air. They're just saying that. But the question is, when have we competed on multiple fronts in the past? Which manager? We've had some of the best managers in the world at this club. When have they competed on multiple fronts? Because the structures behind them, the tools for them to deliver, the tools for them to compete on multiple fronts are never provided. It's all lip service. Let's continue with this statement. This has been one of the toughest decisions we have had to make, and it's not a decision that you have taken lightly. It's not the toughest decision. The toughest decision you are going to make is what's going to happen after. Don't worry. This is you sacked him now, so let's see what's going to happen. Hard to make, and it's not a decision that we have taken lightly. Nor one we have rushed to conclude. We have made what we believe is the right decision. Every single time, every decision, you've made a couple of decisions in the past that's proven that's not right. The history of the club for the past 17 years shows the decisions that you've been making has not been right. At what point will you realize that the decisions you are making mostly are not right decisions? You got two managers. You got Ange is the only manager that's won anything at this club for the past 17 years. You got rid of managers when you were supposed to back them. You got rid of managers when you're supposed to uh, basically uh, listen to what they are trying to say, and try and understand what the problem is with the club. So when you say, you believe you're making the right decision, do you think the fans will believe that? Even you won't believe that, because every single decision you've made, except for maybe two managers in the last God knows how many years, two or three managers, you know, your decisions have been wrong basically. So you can't even back yourself to make the right decisions. So, and I'm not talking about just Daniel Levy in this situation, because he's not the only one running the club. He's the chief CEO or whatever you want to call him. But the board as well, they are not in touch. I don't think they're ever in touch with they've got this high standard of the club, but they don't back it up with anything but just hot air, man. They never back it up. Okay, so let's continue. We believe what we made was with this decision to give us a chance of success going forward, not the easy decision. We have a talented young squad, and has given us a great platform to build upon. We should like to express our gratitude to him. We wish him well for the future. He will always be welcome back at the club. So that's the what they've said. So okay, so basically that's what they've said about Ange. We believe we got a young and talented squad. Okay, good. All right, young and talented squad. Talented squad, and when we had injuries, we are expected to be competing on multiple fronts. When Ange was making 9 changes to the squad because he was prioritizing, this is your talented squad that we have. Why can't they not perform in the league? Why are they not good enough to perform in the league? Because basically we've got a talented squad. In your eyes, you think we've got a talented squad. These people they are not in tune with reality, man. You know. So now, okay, let's move on. I think that's the statement really. Some of the players have been replying to what Ange has been saying. Let me just see if I can read some of their comments to Ange decision to sack Ange. The problem with me is like, I think what fans are, this if this happens at any other club, maybe the fans will understand. But we've seen this before at Tottenham, and if you're not a Tottenham fan, you'll never understand. We've seen this process before, and at the end of this, when this process has happened in the past, there's never been anything. There's never been success at the end of it. There's never been a cup at the end of it. So we've seen it so many times. So it's not new. It's just normal. It's normal. The next manager will come in. The chairman will sell him sell him a dream. He will say all the nice words. Yeah, we're gonna buy this. We're gonna buy those kind of players. I think managers coming into Tottenham, they don't know what they are dealing with. I think if Frank was still in charge at this club, yeah, it will it will be very, very difficult for Ange to sit in front of Daniel Levy, and for the board or Daniel Levy to be not to want to back him, because Ange is not going to sit down. He knows what he wants. He mentioned in one of his press conferences that we now need experienced players. That's what he said. So any new manager coming in now, you don't have basically don't have any money in the bank. You don't have any basically you don't have any credit really, because basically when you come in, you you, you got nothing to back yourself up, because apart from, okay, you've done something at your previous club, and you're coming into Tottenham, and you expect, oh, they're going to give you at least one season. So you're not going to go for experienced players that much. You go for players that will need time to improve, you know, which is always a gamble. So it's like when you're building something and you're knocking it back down, it's not continuation. And I want to see how they'll build on the squad. That's what I want to see. I want to see how they'll build on this squad, which we all know It's never gonna happen. So we've seen this so many times, seen this script before. It's the same old rubbish. People are saying, yeah, but Tottenham lost 22 games, 22 games, 22 games. In the context, it means nothing. At the end of the day, it's the end of the season. If Tottenham had, if Tottenham had been in any danger of being relegated, I think Ange would have prioritized the league over the cup. That's a fact. And in a way, you know, we will probably stay up, but still gonna be the same narrative that Tottenham have not won any cup in the last 18 years. So I don't get why people always say, "Oh yeah, but you're the first club in history not to go down after losing 22 games." Put it in the Guinness Book of Records, man. Big deal, And all this stuff about we were the favorite to win the Europa League. Yeah, we were the favorite, but at the end of the day, you still have to pick what was in front of you, and also, you know, we are the favorite in the UK, but I don't think we were the favorite because you have other clubs from other countries. You had Atletico Bilbao. The final was going to be at their home ground, so you still have to beat what's in front of you, and you know, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. The board, I'm not surprised about the board, to be honest. I was a little bit surprised, but I'm not surprised about the board coming out because this is another excuse to start another rebuild. This is another excuse to say, oh, we spent a lot of money on the last manager, so now we're gonna go to every single season. We keep having changes at Tottenham. Last season, they told us, oh, they were gonna be more uh, recruitment based on database recruitment. What rubbish, man! It's like we're in 2025, not 1825, man. Most clubs now should be doing that anyway. For you to come out last year and telling fans that we're going to be more data driven now when recruiting players, it just shows the kind of people. I wonder the kind of people at Tottenham, the board, are they computers? Are they like computer savvy? I think these are I don't mean to disrespect people, but I bet these people are people that are not even in tune with what's going on. They only care about the accountants and how the books are balanced and all that kind of stuff. I don't think they understand what's going on really. We're in 2026 here now. You could watch a video of a player, you could collect data. There are tools to collect data on players. You sign players that fit the system you play, and then you stick by it. So yeah, I think I'm not surprised. Because I'm surprised, I'm surprised. But the painful thing is this is we've been through this before. How many times are you going to do the same thing and you expect a different result? The new manager, whoever is coming in, reports are saying is what's his name what's his name Brentford manager. What's his first name? I can't remember his first name. Uh, Thomas Frank. Yeah, Thomas Frank. And they're saying they're talking about Thomas Frank. Frank emerges as leading candidate, but who else? Tottenham in Tottenham's frame. Let's see all the managers in the job for the Tottenham job. Is Thomas Frank is the leading candidate. Then we have Anthony Raola, Oliver Glasner, Marco Silva, Roberto De Zerbi, and Mauricio Pochettino from Edin Zirkzee, Francisco Farioli, Onatar, Kieran McKenna, Ipswich, Gareth Southgate. Yeah, for me, out of the list, I think I'll take Iraola because I like the way Brentford play their football. I'll take Iraola. He plays exactly the same football as Ange, and I like the way they play their football. Thomas Frank as a man as the Tottenham leading guy to replace Ange. Multiple resources have told BBC Spurs are strongly threatening Frank, and the initial work has already been undertaken to inquire about Brentford's coach. Frank has a good relationship with Spurs technical director and fellow Dane Johan Lang, which could be a deciding factor when club champ comes to decide who are we upon. But the likes of Brentford, Andoni, Raula, Crystal Palace, Glasgow, Fulham, I like all the other managers. I like all the managers, to be honest. I don't have any problem, but the problem they will have is they are coming to Tottenham. That's the problem. So any of them, I don't mind. I always back the manager that comes in, and yeah, it is it is another hope, man. I think Mr. Daniel Levy is selling us another hope, another pipe dream, basically, and we just have to hope. That's all we got to do, man. As Tottenham fans, I don't think. And the report saying it's gonna cost 10 million to get Frank in. Exclusive Tottenham have decided to sack and blah 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 blah. Leading candidate Tottenham, everybody, whatever. Frank has 2 years left on his contract, and a big buyout clause was written into his contract. Yes, I think they said it's about 10 million to get him out of Brentford, and that is going to be paid off as well. So yeah. For me, I don't really care about all that, man. To be honest, got rid of the manager. Let's see who they bring in next. Let's see. Um, let's see. Yeah, so let's see some of the Spurs players. Tottenham stars show Ange Postacoglu support after controversial sacking. We have made history. Let's see what the fans are saying. Let's see what the fans are saying. Um, do, 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 do. Let's see what the fans are saying about Ange. Puro has since been joined by several other players expressing their. Come on, man. Yeah. So this is. There's yeah, Ange said many. He said many ups and downs. He's reacting. Ange just released a statement as well. So he's saying many ups and downs in the last 2 years, but you kept believing in us and kept pushing us. Big part of the success from the club this year. Forever grateful that you made me part of it. Who is that? That was Poro. Yeah, that was Pedro Poro. Central defender Mickey Mouse. Thank you for Mickey. I said Mickey Mouse. Mickey van der Ven said, writing, thank you for everything. Believe in me from the first day I arrived at the club. Many ups and downs in the last 2 years, but you kept believing in us, kept pushing us. Big part of the success from the club this year. I'm forever grateful that you made me part of it. That was from. What's his name? That was Mickey van der Ven, and then Lucas Bergval wrote, thank you for everything you have done for me. Thank you for bringing this club a European trophy and memories to last a lifetime for us every sports fan around the world. Wishing you all the best. That was from Bergval. Brazilian forward Richarlison on his Instagram wrote, Mr. Massive thanks for helping me out, believing in me during one of the trickiest periods of my career and my life. Everyone who loves the Spurs will remember that big Ange always bags trophy in his second season. We have made history. Cheers and good luck on your journey. I'll always be waiting for you. Sholanke, the striker, Sholanke said, thank you for bringing me to this wonderful club. Thank you for bringing us a wonderful trophy. Don't ever forget the convo we had before I signed, and we achieved a dream. All the best in your next adventure. Guillermo Vicario, the goalkeeper Vicario, wrote a lengthy tribute to Postacoglu, which read, Boss, I just want to say a massive thank you for everything you have done for me and for all of us. From that very first call, right from the beginning, you always showed us so much belief in me, giving me the opportunity to be part of the leadership group. Those moments and many others will stay with me forever. You are not only a top manager, you are an incredible person to work for, a real leader, a mentor, and someone I will always look up to. What we achieved together will stay in the history books. Wishing you nothing but success, as I know you will go on to achieve more and more. Thank you, boss, forever. See, all the players, the messages from the players are very personal. I know people will say, yeah, but they're players, they're going to get paid. That's what you expect them to say. But that's just being a little bit, for me, it's a bit stupid, man. Because at the end of the day, people work with people, they have emotions with them. Whether you're on different salary, it happens in every job. You want somebody that you work with and you like them get sacked, you feel somehow for them, or you want to make your money, you're still going to make your salary. Nobody's saying that, but to say that players they will move on immediately and they'll forget all about him, that's rubbish, man. I think they'll still remember him. It's going to take time because what they've achieved is going to make it a little bit more personal as well. So I think for people to say that is a bit disingenuous, to be honest. For you to say, oh yeah, they'll just move on as players, I think it's a bit dumb, man. These players are human beings. They are not just robots. Anyway, everything that goes back to the money they're getting. But sometimes we forget that they are human beings as well. So yeah, I don't think there's nothing more to say about it. There's gonna be loads of reactions. Players, everybody's been talking about it. People that are not sports fans have just been talking rubbish. Really, they don't understand, and there's no point having a conversation with people like that because they don't understand. You can say something about, oh yeah, I know how you feel. Somebody that just got punched in the face, and you're telling the person that you know how he feels when you've never been even scratched on your face. So you're just talking rubbish. There's no point having conversations with people like that, man. To be honest. So yeah, but we move on. We move on. We see what the future holds for Tottenham. Personally, I'm going to back the next manager. I'm going to support my team. That's all that counts. But I will never forget that Wednesday night. I'll never forget it. I'm still gonna watch that game. I'll watch my match reaction. I'll watch my live. What do you call it? Um, the live watch along for the game. I'm gonna watch it back and just react to it. And there was a video for any Tottenham fan. There's a video online of Tottenham fans all over the world. It's like a clip of every single Tottenham fan all over the world. You know, you know, go and watch it, and if you are not moved by that, man, you are not a fan. To be honest, it was something really special. So yeah, thank you, Ange, and I wish you all the best as well. And I think most fans will wish you all the best, even if they don't like your football. They'll wish you all the best going forward. Thank you everyone for watching. This is 6IXYARDBOX Reacts. Ange Postacoglu has been sacked by Tottenham. We see who the next manager is. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. And happy Eid to all the Muslims out there. I hope you had a very, very good Eid celebration.